Good morning, first graders. Are we ready for a new spelling list? Number 26. Can you believe it? Okay, so we're going to start doing that. Welcome to this is first grade cell phone words. This is Mrs. Connor's attempt of drawing a cell phone because one of our words is phone. Let's go ahead and say these words together one time through, and then we're going to break them down and talk about the word families. So we have the word bone, phone, shown, care, share, scare, were. Now we're going to put the ed on these starred words. Cared, shared, and scared. Now let's go ahead and break apart our word families and talk about them a little bit. We have bone, phone, and shown. I hear what vowel do we hear? Is it long or a short O? It's a long because it says O says its name. And bone, O, you hear the O. So we hear the B, O, and the N, but I don't hear an E. Do you? No, it's that stinky silent what? That stinky silent E. So we have to watch out for their tricks, right? So we have bone, phone, and shown. These two words are pretty easy, but phone, what happens there? We have a PH and it sounds like what sound? An F. You are right. So this one is tricky. So we have to remember the PH sound makes F when the vowel is long and the E is silent. All right, moving on. Care, share, and scare is a word family. And in these words, you have, who's this guy? Remember him? Bossy R. All right. We're going to tell you a little bit about Bossy R. I'm going to write the word care up here. One of your words, care. And look who appears. Bossy R. Because he's influencing the way this A vowel word or vowel sounds. So when he's up here, care, he's not letting the A say A or ah. He's saying R. So that's tricky. Bossy R is right there. So we have care. And then, because care has a little star by it, we have to add ed, and that's our next word family. This part is really tricky. Please listen, okay? When you are adding the suffix ed and the word ends in e, we have to get rid of that one. Sorry, my marker didn't work. We have to say goodbye. Now we have the word car because it changes. We took that e away. Now the word changes. Now we can add ed. So we're going to rewrite it. And it seems kind of silly because couldn't we just add a D, Mrs. Connor? Yes, you could. However, D is not a suffix. The suffix is ed. So in order to add the suffix ed, we have to drop this e and then add ed. Okay? It's a little bit tricky, I know. Bear with me. Let's go ahead and do the next word. Share. There's Bossy R, because we're not saying share. That doesn't make any sense. And we're not saying shari. No, those don't make sense. So Bossy R is influencing the way the A sounds. So these are kind of together. So we have sh, air, and then you have that E in there too. Now, we have to add the ed, so what do we have to do with this E? Say goodbye to it. And now we're going to add the suffix ed. Because this is a suffix, these two letters go together. And I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little tricky. And then we're going to do the same thing with scare. So we have the word scare. Bossy R again. We have to say goodbye to the E and then add the suffix ed because these go together. So then our our third word family is actually these three words with the ed added. So we have cared, shared, and scared. And then your memory word is were. There's really no tricks for that one. That one you just have to remember. I sent your parents an email about Spelling City. For 3 months, they were doing free memberships for more of the games, and I have access to everything. You will actually be taking your tests on there now, and it opened up a lot more games for you. And Mrs. Connor set it up so that you can see your list on there. If you have a printer at home and you're not bugging mom and dad too much and they want to print a copy of your list out, you can, or you can always find it in your workbook. So this week, you're going to, and I will put this in the directions on your on Jupiter. You're going to do both workbook pages, and then you're going to get on Spelling City. And I have it set up, I think you have to pick at least 2 assignments, 2 games to play. If you guys want to play 5 or 6 games and mom allows, that is totally fine. Mrs. Connor wants you to at least practice 2. And then if you want to write out your words on maybe Thursday night, because usually that's what your homework is before a test, is the 3 times each, so that you're really kind of drilling those words in your head before your test. You are more than welcome to do anything extra. If you want to do 3 times each, or rainbow write, ABC order, anything like that, that's fine. This week, though, all I'm requiring you to do are your 2 workbook pages, which I'll give you the page numbers on Jupiter as well, and play 2 games on Spelling City. At least 2 games. You can play 3, you can play all 7, or however many I said you could play, I forget. But it's on there, okay? Happy spelling.